G'day Pickleball family. First thing to know as I share my screen here with you, as shared on pickleballunion.com, let's go through an analysis of the recent October 2023 MLP Challenger Level Shuffle Draft. Ahead of Major League Pickleball's MLP's next major event, MLP Dallas, the league's 12 challenger level teams just participated in a shuffle draft. The draft was split into 2 rounds, allowing each team to bring on a total of 2 new players. While most teams elected to make minor to no changes at all to their rosters, there were a few significant changes worth noting. Round 1, number 1, Los Angeles Mad Drops selected Alison Harris and placed Olivia McMillan on waivers. Number 2, Florida Smash selected Mariana Humberg and placed Dominic Schaefer on waivers. Number 3, Frisco Pandas didn't make a selection. Number 4, St. Louis Shock didn't make a selection. Number 5, Austin Pickleballers didn't make a selection. Number 6, Milwaukee Mashers selected Callan Dawson and placed Pacer Taoni on waivers. Number 7, New York Hustlers selected Kelsey Grambo and placed Sarah Ansbury on waivers. Number 8, California Black Bears selected Eric Palais and placed Marshall Brown on waivers. Number 9, Seattle Pioneers didn't make a selection. Number 10, New Jersey Fives didn't make a selection. Number 11, Las Vegas Night Owls didn't make a selection. And number 12, the SoCal Hard Eights didn't make a selection. The LA Mad Drops led things off with a no-brainer. They picked up Alison Harris, replacing Olivia McMillan. Unfortunately, the Mad Drops didn't have the best showing at MLP Atlanta, but Harris did when she stepped in as a substitute for the Miami Pickleball Club, MPC, in the Premier level. She's already proved herself this season, helping MPC make a decent playoff run, so she was definitely expected to go first overall. Next up was the Florida Smash, who made a questionable move by dropping Dominic Schaefer in order to pick up Mari Humberg. While we think Humberg has potential in the MLP due to her recent successes in the APP, including a bronze medal finish with Alison Harrison at the St. Louis Open, we also see just as much potential in Schaefer. Schaefer also popped off in St. Louis, earning herself a gold medal in women's singles and most recently earned a silver medal at PPA Las Vegas last weekend. We believe Schaefer has more experience playing at the highest level of pickleball, but Humberg might prove to be a greater asset when it comes to the doubles games. We'll see in Dallas if this move was for the better. The Mashers swap of Callan Dawson for Pacer Taoni feels pretty fair. Both are strong doubles players who have proven their abilities at the pro level, with Taoni tearing it up in the APP and Dawson on the PPA Tour. We really like the New York Hustlers move to pick up Kelsey Grambo to replace Sarah Ansbury. While Ansbury is a pro pickleball vet, Grambo has a background in tennis and looks to have potential on the APP Tour. According to Real Clear Stats recent draft analysis, the Black Bears dropping Marshall Brown for Eric Palais might be the worst move from a data perspective. While they point out stats aren't the only driving factor for making roster changes, Brown had the least unforced errors in the entire challenger level and was ranked number 1 among beta men. Palais is also pretty unknown on the pro scene, having only played in a couple of events on the PPA Tour this summer, and his latest pro draw being back in August at PPA Tour's Takea Showcase. This move feels highly risky, but hopefully for the Black Bears, the risk yields reward. Round 2, number 1, LA Mad Drops selected Andreas Sillerstrom and placed Jordan Kinney on waivers. Number 2, Florida Smash didn't make a selection. Number 3, Frisco Pandas didn't make a selection. Number 4, St. Louis Shock didn't make a selection. Number 5, Austin Pickleballers didn't make a selection. Number 6, Milwaukee Mashers selected Riley Bonnet and placed Krista Getcheba on waivers. Number 7, New York Hustlers didn't make a selection. Number 8, California Black Bears didn't make a selection. Number 9, Seattle Pioneers didn't make a selection. Number 10, New Jersey Fives didn't make a selection. Number 11, Las Vegas Night Owls didn't make a selection. And number 12, SoCal Hard Eights didn't make a selection. The Mad Drops once again got it right with their round 2 selection of Andreas Sillerstrom replacing Jordan Kinney. Kinney, unfortunately, was one of the lowest ranked players in the league with just one win in Atlanta and only 108 points scored. Sillerstrom, on the other hand, has been using his background in tennis. He was once ranked 57th in the doubles on the ATP Tour to become a strong pickleball player on the APP Tour. Wrapping up the draft, the Milwaukee Mashers picked up Riley Bonnet to replace Krista Getcheva. This is another pretty surprising change, as Getcheva has a lot of experience playing in the MLP and even led the Dallas Pickleball Club to a big win at MLP San Clemente in Season 1. Bonnet is an exciting choice, though, as she was selected for the APP Tour's Next Gen team earlier this year. We're eager to see how she plays alongside Rihanna Valdez, the Mashers' top-ranked player. The LA Mad Drops also picked up Sierra Gayton-Leach, who will be substituting for Brooke Buckner, who is likely missing MLP Dallas due to her pregnancy. Gayton-Leach is an MLP vet, having played on the Hard Eights last year, so we're very excited to see her make a return to the big leagues. The Mad Drops now have 2 brand new female players added to their roster, so we'll have to see how this impacts the team's success going into the next event. Second thing to know, as shared on the PPA Tour website, Melissa McCurley retires from pickleballtournaments.com. 10 years ago, Melissa McCurley remembers the world of pickleball. The best players in the world were in their 60s. There were 2 companies manufacturing paddles, and pickleballtournaments.com was home to about 100 tournaments per year. Now, as McCurley just finished her last day on the job as CEO for pickleballtournaments.com, pickleball is the fastest growing sport in the country for another year. There are hundreds of paddle companies. Pro Pickleball is consumed on every platform, including the Big 5 TV networks, and the best female player in the world isn't even 17. And pickleballtournaments.com is the landing spot for more than 1,000 tournaments and tens of thousands of players. It's been quite the run for McCurley, who can take responsibility for a large part of the growth of pickleball over the past decade. I'm not quite sure anyone could have foreseen that kind of explosion, she said. All I know is I was being called to leave my corporate information technology career at Ross Perot's EDS and American Express after almost 20 years to go serve the pickleball competition community. McCurley was approached by the owners of pickleballtournaments.com to come take over, which she did, and helped lead a transition from a small-time operation with just herself and her brother running things to what it is today with more than 40 employees. She's overseen thousands of tournaments, run nearly 150 of them, and trained hundreds of people on how to operate and organise tournaments. McCurley estimates she's processed more than 300,000 score sheets during her time at pickleballtournaments.com. I may not know a person, but I'm sure I've seen their name on a score sheet, McCurley admitted. McCurley has been working on tour before there was a tour, giving her the chance to meet and befriend players across the US. She is well known to many of the pros currently touring, including world number 1 Ben Johns. Melissa has been a staple in the sport for longer than most players, said Johns. She has given so much to pickleball, knows the pro circuit inside and out, and is a friendly and familiar face at tournaments. Pickleball has been lucky to have her. It's been a good run in pickleball for McCurley, where she has been able to influence the direction of sport through her website. That influence has also led her to help others launch big pickleball brands like the PPA Tour, USA Pickleball Regional and Nationals, the US Open, and more. We have known Melissa for many years, and she has worked behind the scenes tirelessly for our sport, said Lee Waters, PPA Tour player and mother of number 1 singles and doubles player Anna Lee Waters. She has done so much to support the growth of pickleball, and most people probably don't realise what an impact she has made. McCurley said she was thinking about retirement a lot during the past few years, but the opportunity didn't really come up until recently. With acquisitions, mergers, transitions, staff training, and customer service needing to keep up with the unprecedented growth in tournaments and players, it wasn't the right time, she said. Fast forward 2 years, much progress has been made in all areas, and a small window of opportunity presented itself to retire. There's no doubt McCurley's expertise and years of experience running tournaments will be missed. I've been working with Melissa since the PPA Tour's inception in an industry where the unexpected is your bread and butter, said Connor Ogden, the PPA's Tour VP of Tournaments. Running tournaments for hundreds of players week in and week out is no joke, but Melissa has always kept us on track and worked countless hours behind the scenes to keep things running smoothly. Andy Price will take over McCurley's role on site at tournaments. Melissa was and still is my mentor in the pickleball world, Price said. She has shared a wealth of wisdom, but she also has supported me in my professional and personal journey over the past year. She taught me many things and pushed me when I needed to be pushed beyond what I thought I was capable of. She has an uncanny sense of what people can handle, and she knows when they are ready to fly on their own. Pickleball is still relatively new, having flourished recently over the past 10 years. McCurley's pickleballtournaments.com wasn't just a place to register for tournaments, it was a service-providing operation where she and her staff did everything from tournament operations to staff training to registration management, both on and off-site. Melissa is one of the toughest and hard-working people I know, said Hannah Johns, PPA Tour TV reporter and editor-in-chief. Her emphasis on structure, process, and customer experience, even when it would be easier to cut corners and make exceptions, is something that I really respect. She has always worked to preserve the integrity of the sport and is a wonderful ambassador for pickleball. She will be missed. Now, McCurley will head into retirement from pickleballtournaments.com. She will still involve herself in the sport, helping run a few tournaments, but she won't have any regrets. I have accomplished all I wanted to and more in these past 10 years, she said. I don't have a single regret. There will always be things we wish we could have done differently or done more of or less of or none of, but I believe things happen the way they are supposed to and that we should wake up each day grateful for what we do have and not complain about what we don't. And if you're finding this video helpful and informative, please be sure to ding that like button. Third thing to know as we move across to healthclubmanagement.co.uk is the GLL and Pickleball England announced a new partnership to mark World Pickleball Day. GLL has announced on World Pickleball Day 2023 a new partnership with Pickleball England, which will see more pickleball courts club sessions and the introduction of competitions and festivals hosted at better facilities over the coming 12 months, which is in the UK. Fast becoming one of the most popular sports in the world, pickleball brings together some of the best elements of tennis, badminton, and table tennis, and is a fun and exciting game for people of all ages and abilities. Loved by celebrities from Leonardo DiCaprio to Bill Gates and Kim Kardashian, pickleball is America's fastest growing sport 2023, with 36.5 Americans having played pickleball during the past year. That's 14% of the population. Commenting on the new partnership, Andrew Clark, head of sport at GLL, said pickleball is one of the fastest growing sports in the world. Its popularity stems from the fact it is easy to master, fun and sociable to play, and suited to all ages of and levels of fitness. We're delighted to be working with Pickleball England to bring this fantastic game to more people across the country and expect to see its popularity grow rapidly within the UK as it has done in other countries. Karen Mitchell, Chair and Co-Founding Director of Pickleball England, added, "We're thrilled to announce our new partnership with GLL. Pickleball is a fun, accessible sport for any age and ability, and the rapid growth we've seen in our sport today is a testament to that. GLL is the perfect partner to further increase pickleball participation across the UK, and we want to encourage as many people as possible to get involved with the sport by coming along to one of the upcoming sessions at their local Better Leisure Centre." Paddles up.